Well, praise the Lord, Mustang enthusiasts and lovers all around America and all around the world, and YouTubers alike. Today would be day 11 on the project complete exhaust swap out. And we swap out the old manifold pipes that came with the 99 Cobra N99s, the original manifold pipes. But there were some upgrades to this Cook's high flow cat exhaust cross pipe. And there it is right there. That is a Cook's that is a Cook's high flow catted X pipe. It's in great condition, and I'll be posting it online. This is about $409 if you were to buy it at LMR or American Muscle, CJ Pony, UPR. But since it's used, I'll probably be posting it online for probably about $1.25, and to be all polished up and cleaned. There's no leaks. They're high flow cat X pipes from Cook's, one of the best that you can get. Okay, so where I stand at now is, again, it was supposed to be just a complete exhaust change, but you never know what happens when you're working with vehicles. My intentions, as you know from previous videos I posted, when I did the brake job on the rear tires, I painted the rear caliper, and I painted the wheel hub, and I painted the disc brake. So now on the front end, what I was planning on doing was inspecting the brakes, and of course painting the calipers black, and painting the huge 16-inch disc black. So with that being said, this project turned out into completely doing just about a whole new front end. Well, in reality, I was going to just do, I know I needed a racket pinion steering gear, a racket pinion, and I wanted to do the exhaust. That's the only thing that I was going to do. But what happens is, always when you run into these year model cars, some things have never been changed on the vehicle, some things have, and some things rusted out. And me being the mechanic that I am, I'm making a show car here, so I had to clean some stuff that needed to be cleaning and replace stuff that just needed replaces. And my lower control arm ball joints were just disgusting. The control arm, the A-frame control arm, was just rusted beyond belief. So I ordered a new control arm, and it comes with the new lower ball. I didn't bother having the lower ball joint pressed out and the new one pressed in, only to be put in a disgusting looking A-frame. So of course, when doing the exhaust headers on a Cobra, you have to take the K-member down, and taking the K-member down is when I found out all these horrifying events. And so I completely did just about the whole front end over. So my lowering springs I didn't have to change. They're cut 1 inch short. They're in excellent shape. So we got the lower control arm with the new ball joint, lower ball joint in it. We got the new racket pinion steering. We got the new outer tie rod ends. We got the new end-link kit coming that includes the thread, the bolts, and the bushings for the end links. That's coming probably Thursday or Friday. So those are some of the new things, and we put new brakes on, of course, on the front. And so there was a lot of cleaning involved here with the wheel hub and with the steering knuckle. All that was rusted out. We got all that rust off of that with a lot of wire wheeling, a lot of different types of sandpaper and smoothing out and base coat, or should I say primer coat, base coat, clear coat. We did the steering knuckle and we also did the wheel hub. And we had to take apart the strut shock mount from the steering knuckle. We had to take off the ABS sensor to do all this stuff, and this is on both sides. And so we have a brand new front end installed. Everything is complete under the front end except for the N-link bushing kit, which we ordered from Late Model Restoration. Actually, we got it from American Muscle because Late Model Restoration had the gold one. American Muscle had the silver bolts. And this car is basically the design of it is black, green, and chrome is the theme of this vehicle. So that's what I want to highlight. I didn't want red control arm bushings, N-link bushings in there, or blue or green. I wanted black. And so the bolt and thread assembly, the spacer, are all chrome or silver. They look the same color as the brake rotor. So that's the only thing we're waiting on to put the front rims on, which we've got those painted black on the inside as we did the rear. And of course the chrome is chrome, and there you can see the Cobra 17-inch wheel over there, 17 by 9. I got 17 by 9s on both the front and the rear. One day I hope to get 17 by 10 and put some 315s back there in the rear. But for now, this is what we're working with. And the black and silver is working very well. As you can see, the black and green of the car is the whole object. So now we'll go underneath and give you a little show. Here's the new A-frame. Okay, you can see the spring is in great shape. There's the brake caliper, painted nice and black, and the rotor painted nice and black. You can see the headers, the long tube headers right there. Then you can see the catless X pipe that goes there. Now you can see back here I have the I believe those are Flowmaster Catback Exhaust system. They're approximately 3 years old. Got them in 2015. They were installed, and so I wanted to do the whole exhaust system. So I went with the SLP loudmouth catback exhaust, and that should be here sometime next week as well. So the rear end will be jacked up, waiting on the SLP catback loudmouth catback exhaust system. So the car is up on all fours, and there's the 4 jack stands. 1, 2 is right there. The light's kind of in the way. There's jack 3 and jack 4 stand. Then I have the hydraulic jack there on the back of the rear end, and also my big Daytona 24.5-inch lift jack supported up underneath the K member. I love support. The more the better. So I love being safe. As you can see, I have my safety glasses on. So today what I will be doing is taking off that Flowmaster catback exhaust system and I will be cleaning it up, and these usually go brand new for about $600 to $700. So I'll be posting this on Craigslist along with the catted high flow X pipe. This will be selling for about $250. The X pipe will be selling for about $125. So I'm looking to sell the complete set for about $400, or best offer, the complete set. And there's no leaks in it whatsoever, and it will be in great condition for someone who will want to change the design on their 99 through 04 Mustang GT, Mach 1, Cobra. It doesn't matter. This will fit as long as you have the original manifold pipes on. This will fit because the X pipes are long X pipes that reach up to the top of the manifold. So you can easily bolt them in, and they will reach back to whatever type of catback system that you have. So I had to get new X pipes with the long tube headers, so I had to get short X pipes in order to fit. So there are the headers. They're installed on each side. You can see the O2 sensors, and in the rear there I have the O2 sensors along with the MIL O2 sensor delete kit. Because if you don't have the delete kit for the O2 sensor, you will have a engine light that comes on because you do not have any catalytic converters. This is a flow through design system. There is no restrictions in the system whatsoever. The scavenging of air is going to be excellent with these long tube headers, which are the best for scavenging. And then you can see the catless X pipes flow straight through. Now when I get the SLP loudmouth catback, the resonators are clear, so it flow through. There's nothing to restrict the flow of air. So this will be loud and it will be fast. I'm expecting to gain powers of probably about 30 horsepower, which I'm already at 466 rear wheel horsepower with the supercharger on this 99 Cobra. So you add 66 and 30, I will be pushing close to 500 horsepower. And when you're fooling around with close to 500 horsepower, you do not want the original manifold pipes on here. Now, the original manifold pipes on any Mustang GT, whether it be Cobra or whether it be Mach 1, it can withstand up to 500 horsepower. But when you're at that limit, it is time to change the manifold pipes. And so therefore, I went with the BBK long tube headers, which will support up to 700 horsepower. So if I do get any more rear wheel horsepower gains through the life of this Mustang with any mods or upgrades, I can go up to 700 horsepower. But I'm satisfied with being around 520. I don't need any more than that. I'm not a horsepower junkie. So that's where I stand, and this is what I'm going to do today. And I will be back to tell you about my experience of dropping the K-member and installing the headers and reinstalling the K-member and hooking up the power steering racket pinion and the springs and all this stuff that goes with doing all this stuff, and how long it should take you, and you know, the quality of it, the fitment of it. I will be going through the whole list. I've heard a whole bunch of people complaining about they had to take the starter off and they had to bang a hole in the side of their fender well for this to fit and for the steering shaft to fit, because it would bang up against the
long tube headers. I've heard the headers were too close to their air conditioning lines and it burnt lines and electrical problems and this forth and stuff. I will be going through all those and showing you what I went through. So tune in, and I'm over and out. I'm getting ready to get busy and take these out because I only have a few hours.